So, you want to get your first tattoo, do you? Well, let me tell you what to expect and how to get ready. What is going on, blind viewers? How's everybody doing? All right. So, we're going to talk about your first tattoo. You want to get a tattoo. You've been thinking about it for a while. That's it. You ready to pull the trigger? You want to go get one. Well, let me fill you in. What makes me an expert? Just look at me. I got them all over the place. On my neck, on my arms. Well, anyway, I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, so I'm going to start this off, and I'm going to assume that you already know what you want and what style. Yes, what style. There's all kinds of style. There's the traditional style. There's new school. There's old school. There's black and gray. There's all kinds. So I'm going to assume that you already have an idea of what you want, and you did a little bit of research, and you know what style you want. The first thing you got to do is you got to find yourself an artist. That's right. Someone to do this tattoo. It's your first tattoo. You want it to be good, don't you? All right, so find yourself a good artist. Well, how do you do that, you may ask? Well, the first thing you can do is ask someone like me. Got any friends that have tattoos? Get referrals. Ask them where they went. But you can also get on the internet, search tattoo shops in your area, and look at the artist portfolios. Yep, that's right. They usually do a tattoo. They'll take pictures, and they'll post them so you can see their work. But the most important thing is to find an artist that does something that you like and in the style that you're looking for. Now, you can find someone that does some awesome black and gray work, but you're looking for new school stuff. So you have to find an artist that does really nice new school stuff that you like. Now, after you found someone that you are really digging their artwork and you think they're going to be a good fit, go in and talk to them. Take a couple minutes and go check them out and talk to them face to face. This is an important step that a lot of people overlook because you're going to be sitting there for hours and this person, guy, girl, is going to have this gun in their hand, jamming a needle into your skin over and over again repeatedly for hours. So if you go in and you chit chat and you're just not feeling it, he thinks you're an ass, you think he's a dick or whatever, it's not going to work. So go in and chat and see if we're going to be able to sit there and have a little conversation while he's drilling on your skin for a couple hours. It's very important. Now, how do you do this? Find out what time that shop opens. Say it opens at noon. Show up around 10 of and sit outside in the parking lot and look for the dude. Or go in and say, hey, you got a minute? I'm interested in possibly setting up an appointment with you. Why go then? Because the shop just opened. He doesn't have his first customer yet. If he has his little book filled and at 12:05 somebody's going to come in and they set their ass in that chair, guess what? You ain't talking to him. Ain't going to happen. He's going to be busy the rest of the day. Trust me. Speaking of that, be prepared to wait and pay. Well, what do you mean wait? Well, if it's a good artist, they're going to be booked months in advance. Now, if you walk into some shop, I'm not saying all, but most shops, unless they have a cancellation, they don't have time for you to walk in and say, hey, I need a tattoo today. And you're going to get that artist that you want? Not going to happen. Maybe the apprentice that was there for 3 years and it's his second week tattooing, he might be open, but that dude that you want, not going to be available. So be prepared to wait months. Sometimes, depending on who it is, it might even be a year until you can get in there on the books to get tattooed. And when you do, it's not going to be cheap. Now, once you do pick your artist, you're happy, everything's good to go. Trust the artist. Now that means if you go in there and you say, okay, I want this portrait of my daughter, but I want it this big. And he says, look, you're going to have to get it bigger because you're going to lose all the detail and it's not going to look right. He's not trying to get you to get a bigger tattoo so he can charge you more. They're trying to get you to go bigger so he or she can make it look the best that they can. Trust the artist. And if you say, well, I want it right here on my chest or right here over my heart, and the artist says, you might want to put it on your shoulder or something because you got your daughter's head right here and then a nipple, isn't that going to look kind of weird? Stuff you might not think of. Or I want it right here on my calf. Well, you know when it wraps around your calf and you walk and it's going to look. Trust the artist. You see something on a flat piece of paper, they know what it's going to look like and translate to onto skin. So trust your artist. Now, I'm not saying let them talk you out of all kinds of shit, and next thing you know, you go in there, you say, I want a tree of life with a guy sitting at the bottom reading a book, and then you walk out of there with an eagle. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But trust the artist. They might make a little bit of changes, little subtle ones, and they might talk you out of a exact spot. But if it's a good artist, they know what they're talking about, and they're trying to tell you that for a reason. Because trust me, they don't want you walking around for the rest of your life saying, yeah, this guy did this to me. No, they want to do the best work that they can. You are their best advertisement. You are a walking billboard. So trust the artist. Now, speaking of placement, think about it's your first tattoo, bare skin, open real estate. Where do you want this thing? Now you say, okay, well, I'd like it right here. Something that big right there. So your tattoo artist says, okay, all right, we'll put it there. Everything's cool. And a year later you go, oh man, I really would like a full sleeve or even a half sleeve. But oh, now I got this right there in the middle. How am I going to incorporate my design that I thought up into the, oh man, I wanted a nice oceanscape and I got an eagle holding a snake right here in the middle of my arm. How's that going to work with a, oh man. So think of the placement and the subject matter. All right. You know what you want. You know where you want it. You know who's going to do it. You're ready. Okay. It's time. Tomorrow I get my first tattoo. Well, here's what you need to do. I know you're excited. I know you're pumped, you're amped, and you're ready to go. You may even be a little bit nervous, but get sleep. Get a good night's sleep. Wake up, eat a nice breakfast. If your appointment's at noon or after, eat a good lunch. Stay hydrated. Drink, not alcohol. The other thing is if you're a sun worshiper, either cover up the area where you're going to get tattooed for a month or so and go in there with fresh skin. Don't go in there with all tanned up, wrinkled up, tightened up, nasty skin, or a sunburn. You're going to regret it. And some tattoo artists won't even tattoo you if you're really, really tanned up. All right. Next thing to think of when you're getting dressed to go, you're not going on a date. You're not going to impress anybody. You don't have to wear your Sunday best. You want to be comfortable. That is right. You want to be comfortable. You're going to be sitting in a chair, laying in a chair, on your stomach, on your back, on your side, or sitting in whatever with your arm out like that, whatever. You're going to be in this position and you're going to be there for hours, at least an hour, but you're going to be sitting there getting drilled on. You want to be comfortable. And ladies, especially the ladies, think about where you're getting your tattoo. Just remember, you're going to have to expose the area. So think about that and be comfortable. So now before the stencil goes on, you're going to get shaved. That is right. The area that is going to get tattooed is going to be shaved. There's a reason for that. Now, we are mammals. That's right. We're warm-blooded animals, and we have fur. Even you ladies, you know you got hair. Don't try to lie. But anyway, when you're going that needle and it's drilling in your skin and putting the ink in, if it gets a hair and pushes it down and embeds it in the skin, your body goes, hey, that doesn't belong here. We got to get that foreign body out, and it will form an abscess, and it will push it out, and it will leave a nasty sore, and it's not pleasant. It will ruin your skin and your tattoo. So you get shaved nice and clean and smooth. Then the stencil goes on. You get to look at it. They say, look in the mirror. Is that okay? Is that the good position? And da 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 da. Now you're ready to go. You get positioned. You get comfy. You take that last swig of your water. He says, are you ready? You hear the bzzz. Here we go. There you go. Now it's gonna hurt. Anybody tells you it doesn't is lying to you. Tattoos hurt. So be prepared. It's gonna hurt. Depending on where you are getting it, it depends on the level of hurt that you're gonna feel. I'll do a video about that at another time. So now you're all done. You lasted. Your tattoo is finished. They smear some goo on you. They tell you you're good to go. Thank you so very much. Now it's time for aftercare. Now, aftercare is very important. It's an important step in this process. More likely than not, you will be given some paperwork with some aftercare instructions. Now, you want to read those instructions. You want to follow those instructions. The artist will probably point you to a shelf or a display of a multitude of aftercare products that are available. And yes, you can use those products. You can do some research beforehand and see what you may or may not like and look at the price points and check it out. But aftercare is important. Now, as old school people, back in the day, we used to use A&D ointment. That's right. The same shit you put on your baby's ass to prevent diaper rash and all that good stuff. That's what we used. Now they have all kinds of stuff. They'll sell you a little tin of goo to smear on your tattoo that costs $50. But me, I have coconut oil all over the house. We use it for all kinds of things, from skin conditioning to putting in with shampoo to cooking with, to, I mean, all kinds of stuff. So we always have coconut oil around. That's what I use. Works great. But the point is, follow the aftercare. You don't want it to scab up because you'll scar, and the ink will come out when the scabs come off. You don't want it to dry out and scab up. You don't want to use anything like a Neosporin. No. Use an aftercare product. Follow those instructions. Now it's going to start to itch. As it heals, come on. You were a kid, you fell down, you scraped your knee, you bumped something, you got a little cut. When it's healing, when you're almost ready for it to be all nice and healed up, it itches like crazy as the healing process goes on. Don't scratch it. It will itch, but don't scratch it. What I do is I smack it. Stings a little bit, but it takes the itch away. The other reason why it itches is where you got shaved, the hair's growing back. And when your hair grows back, that shit itches too. So there you go. After it heals, you follow the aftercare instructions, you get a nice, clean, vibrant tattoo that you're ready to show off, and it's all done. And you look back and you go, that wasn't so bad. So now, there's only one thing left to do. Start planning your second tattoo. Thanks for watching. This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.
Loud.